So let's bring one Garrus Vicarian. Can always swap out later if we need to. Tally might be another good choice on this one.
Equalizing interior pressure with
exterior atmosphere.
Logged.
The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck. Can you tell I've played this game a little too much?
We're not here to cause problems.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
Okay, we're not here to cause problems, but we always end up starting them anyway. Just saying.
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect.
You first.
I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
I'm a
I'm a
specter.
specter.
My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, ma'am.
We will need to confirm that.
Sorry, just remember that line
Also, I
very
must
distinctly.
advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
The hell you will.
It would not be wise to search for the Geth unarmed.
Stand down. Their house, their rules.
I'll be behind you. That armor's in good condition.
I love
Captain
you, Tally.
Matsuo, stand down!
Exam. Much of their
Oh,
research
God,
is in
binary
biotic
helix.
modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic
Okay.
baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Haven't I seen synthetic?
They're one of only 4 corporations. They
Oh,
attract
synthetic
many
insights. Yeah, that's a
protests.
problem too.
No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why
The
they
3
invest
like
heavily here.
biggest troublemaker companies.
I'd like to speak to Analeus.
One
This is
moment,
how much I
please.
know the lore.
Mr. Analeas.
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard.
Right, fine, come in.
Alrighty. I really
You'll
shouldn't be
excuse me
like
if I don't
zooming
stand up.
through this
I have no
conversation.
time to
but,
entertain
like,
colonial rubes.
excuse you?
I see you looked up my service record.
Oh, so is it that it's not allowed, or he just doesn't want to pay the tariff? I'm not sure what's going on here. Please note that I would never, ever do this in real life. Renegade for life. Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, no, that this is the beauty of video games. We get to very safely and healthily, like, be like, let me do something troublesome, and get. The amount of people I have to explain that to who get on their whole video games cause violence spiel. Like, look, if I did, like, anyone who's ever sat in on a game of D&D or listened to a D&D podcast, actually, it was really funny. One of my old coworkers was like, was basically one time they came up to me and they're like, I killed 2 people, and I was really confused. They're like, in D&D, and I'm like, oh, that makes a way more PK to crime hashtag video games. I like it. If it's like alpha testing, we're not sure if this is gonna blow up in our faces or not. I will happily let whatever. But what if it makes you super? Okay, so actually that is a factor in this game in part of the history. So I was gonna say, the kind of sci-fi equivalent of magic, if you want to call it that. So the biotic users in this one. So the Asari are naturally receptive to biotic energy, which comes from what's called element 0. So shortened to EZO. So element 0 exposure to humans, though, is generally considered lethal, toxic, terrible. So they invented these kind of amps that you can wear to help you channel that biotic energy and, warp things, throw things, whatever. But, it started out as being essentially toxic to the human body. They talk about EZO poisoning in humans, and like some of the initial amps, like the L2 amps, were like had some really devastating side effects for some people. So yeah, on the one hand, it made you super powerful, but without the amps to control it, without proper training and everything, bad things happen. Which in Mass Effect 2, you've got the character of Jack, who was like this whole Subject Zero experiment on the limits of biotic power in a human, and it's just anyway. So yeah, biotics.
Greetings, Spectre.
I'll find the rant after day. Yeah, so the rants I'm eventually gonna go on is actually, I had originally done a video recording of it in the original Mass Effect before the Legendary came out, before I really just started doing a lot of streaming, and I'd intended to do a video with like text over it and the explanations and all that sort of thing. This will be fun. Maybe. I think.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to
Did you see?
Yes, she caused quite a stir.
Is it so unusual?
They rep Lady Benezia.
Young males have an unhealthy obsession with my species.
The writers of this game knew exactly what they were doing. Yeah, didn't trigger weapons prime behind it. Oh my god, Tyler, you need a different cover spot. Wouldn't mind, like... that.
What are these things? Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out.
We handled them, lady. By the way, they're Geth. Because they keep you guessing. I can't even tell you I'm sorry, because I'm not.
What did you do here, Commander?
Me? I'm the victim here. The Geth attacked us.
Geth, you expect me
If I were to guess, the matriarch packed them in the shipping container.
I don't believe that. We did... If Benezia Sama's containers were packed with these...
I need numbers,
Dozens, at least. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
I guess she'll have to... No, I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry.
User alert. All Peak 15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage. Biohazard materials present throughout facility.
That's an
Virtual
understatement.
intelligence user interface. Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface
here we go.
online. Manual boot required.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hang on. You know, I'll do it as I go. Okay. Here, ladies and gentlemen. I hear Rachni, so maybe I should get rid of those first. But as soon as we deal with those... Okay, yeah, okay. The Maricore rant. Hi, everyone. So, the Maricore. Oh no, we have to solve a puzzle to get this working. The VI core appears inoperational. You can attempt to manually reconfigure the databanks or use the Omnigel to repair the damaged systems. I don't believe I have 100 Omnigel, so attempt manual reactivation. Memory core 1 is damaged. Transfer module stack to core 2 or core 3 to reactivate. Click the shutdown button to exit. Okay, this is a puzzle called Tower of Hanoi. The rules are, you can only move one tile at a time. You cannot put a bigger tile on top of a smaller tile. And you have to move them obviously from core 1 to either core 2 or core 3. Well, in this case, it'd be like, yeah, I have a physical Tower of Hanoi puzzle set with 9 tiles, okay? That is the object on my shelf that I forgot to bring over. So there is a mathematical formula to this puzzle, and that is 2 to the nth power, all minus 1. Not 2 to the n minus 1, because that's something completely different. Where n equals the number of tiles. Okay. This is probably backwards because of the webcam. Anyway, 2 to the nth exponent, n is the number of tiles, all minus 1. That is the minimum amount of moves you are possible of completing this puzzle in. So we have 4 tiles, right? So 2 to the 4th is 16 minus 1 equals 15. So 4 tiles can be done in 15 moves. Now that said, the one and only time you do move the very bottom tile, the very biggest tile, is actually 2 to the n minus 1, which would be 2 to the 3rd, which would move 8. Anyway, so core 2 or core 3? Let's say core 3. So we have an even number of tiles and we want to move it on core 3, therefore we want to move it to, and I'll start with core 2. So 15 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you do kind of learn how to do these in sets once you get to more and more tiles, because you have to know where you need to put them. Because if I move over to here and then I've moved all these tiles over, but I need them over there. Sorry, let me try to explain that better. You need to know what number will get you where in order to start with. So I need to know, so for example, let's say I were to put this small tile over on core 1. From experience, I know I would then not be able to move it all to core 3. You kind of have to know what tile to start with to get where you're going, to pile them on top of each other. So you do them in sort of sets, as it were. So because I have an odd number of tiles, I need to put the top tile on the bottom tile. So that there was move 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Miracore Rant in the Tower of Hanoi. The actual
It looks like you're trying
rant.
to restore this facility. Would you like help?
Was that the Microsoft paperclip thing, or is that my imagination? Anyway, the real actual Miracore rant is the fact that the Tower of Hanoi is one of the few puzzles I can do, and in Mass Effect 3 Citadel, you get to walk up to the arcade and there's a Tower of Hanoi thing there, and I'm like, oh, there's all these blaster things that I'm no good at and this other logic thing I'm no good at. Tower of Hanoi, I can do that, yay. And Commander Shepard herself goes, Tower of Hanoi? I don't think so. And I'm like, you literally did it with the Miracore. It is literally Tower of Hanoi. My record is 8 tiles, and which is 255 moves.
You're the virtual intelligence that runs this place?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
Commander Shepard, I work for the Citadel's Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
One moment, please. Council authority confirmed. You are entitled to secure access of all systems. Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to Binary Helix executives. This system is ready to process queries.
Cool, it
You
just
may
means that I have
access
to
me at any
probably
holographic
pull off an
interface within
access
peak
card
15.
off somebody's corpse. Here, while they're
I need
talking.
to find Matriarch Benezia.
Lady Benezia departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
Oh my gosh, that needs dusting so badly. Into my life. Actually, I have to fix this. The
What's the
box
situation
cracked.
here?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
Oops, literally put these in upside down.
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry, but I was offline at the time. Shutdown could occur if reactor breach seems likely, or in the case of catastrophic laboratory containment failure. Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment will kill biological contagions. It may also damage mechanical ones.
Turn off the heat and hope the cold puts whatever you've unleashed to sleep. Nice.
13, 14, 15.